Hey man, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? You can tap in and you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now you already know one thing for sure, two things for certain. Time and energy is the highest form of currency, my G's, the highest form of currency. So I want to give a big salute to everybody that's tapped into the channel, everybody that's locked in to Grown Man Business TV. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody in the comments, everybody in the DMs. You feel me? Hey, listen, sometimes we're going to agree to disagree, but I still appreciate the time and the energy that's invested into the channel. Now, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be, but you see the title. You see the title. Now, if you can hear me loud and clear, I want you to put a 100 in the chat. Put a 100 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear, my G's. But you see the title. Hassan Campbell exposes little Zippy with the Drippy for liking young girls. For liking young girls. And we're going to talk about this. We're going to have a conversation about this. Again, salute to everybody that's invested in the channel. My DMs is blowing up. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people in the DMs saying Big G and BTV, the Oracle. Don't you forget the TV, and you better always remember the Oracle. What do you think about that? What is your perspective on that situation? It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. And I'm definitely going to break this down for y'all. Now, I told you, I like to go live early. I like to go live early. At nighttime, I might tap in, I might tap out, but for sure, I'm going to go live early when I got the chance to. You understand what I'm saying? I like to go live when I know Lil Zippy and them boys is at work, punching that clock, working hard, punching that time clock, you know, getting tasks done, doing what they supposed to do and how they supposed to do it. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. But you see the title. You see the title, and we're going to chop game about this. Now, first things first, you know, I always thought it was weird that these two guys were friends with each other. You understand what I'm saying? I always thought it was a red flag. It was red flags all over the field where you got a Zippy and a Haas. You understand what I'm saying? Rocking with each other. I mean, that always was a red flag to me. That always got my wheels turning. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to up north, when it comes to New Yorkers, ain't no telling. Now Haas came out and he exposed Lil Zippy. He exposed Lil Zippy with the Drippy for, you know, going after young girls. I'm not going to say underage girls, but I'm going to say very, very young girls. You know, Zippy with the Drippy is one of them dudes you better not ever bring to your daughter's graduation. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you might not never want to bring a Zippy with the Drippy. You understand what I'm saying? To your daughter or your niece's graduation, because he's definitely a 42-year-old man that's going to try to slide on your 20-year-old daughter. These guys are sick, man. They're sick. Ain't nothing bozo about it. We on this. We on this, homie. And you up early in the comment section. Salute. Hey, I told you, if we agree to disagree, I gotta appreciate your time and your energy. Your time and your energy. Yeah, well, you in here. You know what I'm saying? You wanted it too. Your First Amendment advocate. Yeah, you in here, homie. You in here. So check it. You know, you got to be careful with dudes like Haas and dudes like Zippy with the Drippy. You got to be very careful when you bring them around your niece, when you bring them around your little cousins, when you bring them around your daughters. You understand? Because these dudes, these jailhouse dudes, that jailhouse mentality is sickening. You understand? All the way to the point where, you know, you got a 42-year-old man that don't believe other 40-year-old women or 30-some-odd-year-old women are his peers because he been locked up for so long. It's disgusting work, my G's. Disgusting work. And again, they not gonna like when a grown man speak grown man business. When you dealing with suckers, when you dealing with young-minded dudes, they don't want to hear a grown man giving real grown man perspective. And any 42-year-old man that's dealing with a 20-year-old woman, That's a red flag to me. That's a red flag. You understand what I'm saying? Anytime you over 40 and you dealing with young 20, yeah, that's a red flag, homie. That's not a good look. You understand? And you gotta understand something. You gotta really take in the fact of why these grown men, these elderly men, Zippy, you are an elderly man. Why they shoot after 20-year-old and your early 20s and such young girls. Why would a guy so old shoot at such a young girl and want to do such, have sexual relations with these young girls? You got to see that. You got to be able to see through the smoke and mirrors. You got to be able to really pinpoint why that is. You understand what I'm saying? I told y'all, these dudes is children. When real men walk in the room, they turn to children. They turn to kids. They turn to adolescents when real men walk in the room. And a real man, 40 some odd years old, ain't gonna be scoping for the 20-year-old high school graduate. A real man, an elderly man over 40 years old is never gonna be scoping for the 21-year-old girl, the 22-year-old girl. These dudes, you gotta watch these guys. These dudes like Zippy with the Drippy, they'll say, yeah, man, bring me, I'll go to your little daughter's graduation. And the whole time he fantasizing about hitting your little daughter and all the little graduates that's graduating from high school. He feel like that's right up his lane. That's right up his alley. And Hassan Campbell exposed that last night. Like I said, I don't agree with everything that Hassan Campbell said. I rock with Haas. Everybody like to listen to Haas and watch Haas crash out. You understand? Everybody that watches Haas is hoping that he crashes out. Everybody that watches Hassan Campbell is hoping that he crashes out, that he has a mental breakdown right on live. So we all watch and we all get a bird's eye view of Hassan Campbell. He one of the first ones to come to YouTube, break down, start crying, expose that Africa Bambaataa was dying him and having his way with him his whole life. We all like to see Hassan crash. So I don't always agree with what Hassan says, but what he said about Zippy with the Drippy, I totally agree with. I totally agree with. It's a reason why a 42-year-old man would shoot at a female at the early 20s. And I was locked up. That don't mean nothing. See, again, you got this sucker leaning on the fact that he was locked up for 18 years, and that in itself should allow him to be a predator. Be a predator on these young girls. Zippy with the Drippy is a predator when it comes to these young girls, my G's. I mean, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. And I thought it was fire when Hassan put him on blast. You understand what I'm saying? Haas said that on his live, and he put it on blast. I wasn't in his live to watch it, but the clips been flooding my DMs. They've been flooding my DMs with that clip of Hassan Campbell exposing Zippy and calling him a sucker for aiming at these young girls. Now, this channel is called Grown Man Business TV. And that's going to play into what that's going to play and that's going to segue me into these angles I'm about to give y'all. Now, the first angle is this. Most of the time when you got a 42-year-old man and he don't want to do nothing but go after little young girls, 21, 22-year-old girls, very young. It don't matter what society says is legal, because the higher ups in the elites, we already know they got a problem with pedophilia. They got a problem with young kids. So they gonna, you can't really go off of what society says is legal and what society says is not legal. You got to use your grown man discretion. A grown man is going to use discretion. He's going to say, listen, man, I'm 42 years old. I ain't got no business dealing with this 21-year-old girl, even though society says it's legal. See, when you a grown man, you got grown man discretion. And Lil Zippy with the Drippy, he been locked up so long that his mind is mush. Oh, he been eating that jail food for over 20 years. His mind is mush. You understand? Zippy is a predator. Dudes like Zip with the Drip that come home from jail after doing 9 to 20 to 30 years in jail, are predators when it comes to these young girls, and some of them are predators when it comes to these young boys. But I'm not gonna put that jacket on Zippy with the Drippy. He like young girls. And he gave this whole explanation and saying, I don't want to run, I don't want to go deal with these girls they ran through and X, Y, and Z. He was explaining himself just like a predator would. Oh, when you dealing with a man that's a predator of young girls, he's going to have every excuse in the world on why he should be able to lay down with these young women. You understand what I'm saying? Now, we're going to get into this. I'm going to give y'all a clean hour of power, and I'm going to break this down for y'all because this is Grown Man Business TV. Grown Man Business. And we only dealing with grown man business over here. So when you're a grown man, you understand certain things that maybe other people can't grasp. They can't see through the smoke and mirrors. When you're dealing with a predator like Zippy with the Drippy, when it comes to these young girls, what you got to understand is he goes after these young women because grown women, a real fully grown woman is going to look past a little Zippy with the Drippy. First off, you a 42-year-old man and you want people to call you Zippy with the Drippy, but your name is Darian. You understand what I'm saying? Your name is Darian, homie. Your name is not Zippy with the Drippy. Your name is Darian. So a fully grown woman already is going to bypass you because you like a child. You still got a mentality of an adolescence. You still got the mentality of a kid, of a little boy. So a dude like Zippy with the Drippy is not going to be able to approach or get his hands on a grown woman. You understand what I'm saying? He's not going to be able to seduce a grown woman because mentally he's still a little boy. But you know who he can seduce, right? Listen, man, this ain't no gossip, homie. This is what it is. This is YouTube content. And when you seeing this, you got to speak on it. We on YouTube. If we was in the real world, I would speak on it in the real world, right to Zippy face. You are a predator, homie. You got predator ways about yourself when it comes to these young girls. Yeah, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? When I come to YouTube, I'm gonna give you all different type of angles, man. I just took you all through the crib yesterday, took you all the way to the jewelry shop, showed you everything. I'm gonna show you different, whatever video you like, it's there for you. But when you're dealing with a 42-year-old man that aims and shoots at young girls, it's a reason for that. It's a reason for that. Yeah, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. No respectful grown man is gonna be 42 some odd years old talking about 22-year-old girls is his peers. Nah, you 42. You 40. Darian, you are 42 years old, homie. People around your age are your peers. It don't matter how long you did in jail, my G. Dudes like Zippy with the, you got to be careful bringing these type dudes around your daughters, your nieces. You can't bring them around, homie. You can't bring them to a high school graduation. You got to leave them at the house. You got to leave them at the house. You understand? Because the whole time, these type of dudes is watching the young girls. These young dudes is watching, and they watching in the wrong way. Hold on, guys. So, again, any I don't do age of 40 dealing with girls in their lower 20s. I don't rock with that. I'm gonna say something like that in person, on YouTube, on social media. Come on, homie. And you got to understand something. One thing for sure, two things for certain. Haas felt the same thing, and Haas felt the need to speak on it. Listen, man. Salute. Not even unsubscribe, baby. It's all good. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. This is not a career, my homie. This is just game being given. This is game being given. This is real game. You got to know A grown man is going to speak the truth, regardless if you like it or not. The truth don't care about my feelings. The truth don't care about your feelings. The truth will be the truth. And any man, 40 some odd years old, leaning on young girls, is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be, my G. You got to understand something. Subscriptions don't mean, listen, man, anybody that's invested in this channel, I rocks with that. But subscriptions, we don't do this for numbers. We don't do this for subscriptions. We do this to keep it all the way 100. You understand what I'm saying? And dudes they got to be exposed on every level. Every level. Every level, homie. Every level, you got to expose these dudes. And that's just another level. That's just another level right there that need to be spoken about. You 42 years old and you dealing with young girls, running through them, you smashing these young girls. It's only because you can only manipulate these young girls. These young girls' brain and their mental have not fully developed yet. So when you get a 42-year-old man hollering and having sexual contact with these young girls, yeah, you're doing it because you can manipulate these young girls. You can't manipulate a grown woman that can see through that BS. A grown woman that's going to ask you your credit score. A grown woman that's going to be able to see that you a 42-year-old man running around calling yourself Zippy with the Drippy when your name is Darian. You can't manipulate. So it ain't, let me tell you something. It's some gorgeous, beautiful older women. 30 years old, 35 years old, 40 years old. Some of them look better than the young girls. Some of them, they fully developed. When you get a woman around that age, they are fully developed, homie. And they all ain't been ran through, homie. Trust what I'm telling you. And if the right older woman was to give Zippy with the Drippy some time, oh, he'd fall in line. The problem is you can't manipulate these grown women, but you can definitely manipulate a 22-year-old girl, a 21-year-old girl, an 18-year-old child, homie. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Listen, and if that's your preference, we have all right to speak on that. Some of these dudes' preferences is children, and I'll speak on that. Yeah, just because you like 16-year-old girls, that's your preference. Because I'm sure your First Amendment, yeah, I'm sure you like young girls. I'm sure you like little kids. That's your preference. If I got facts on that, I'ma speak on that. This is Grown Man Business TV. This is Grown Man Business TV, homie. Oh, you gossip. This ain't got nothing to do with gossip. This is, listen, man, anytime, and anybody listening that come back to this live and re-watch this live and listen, let me give you some game. Anytime you exposing the truth, anytime you speaking real facts, you understand that that's going against one of these dudes, idols, they're gonna come at you, man. You can't be a truth teller and think that it's going to be easy. You can't be a truth teller and think that everybody going to agree with you. You got to learn to look past all of that and just tell the truth. And that's what I learned with this YouTube thing. I'm not looking for y'all to see, that's their thing. I'm not looking for y'all to come into my live chat and fill up the numbers. I'm not looking for y'all to go into my comments and agree with everything I'm saying. I'm going to give you the truth if you like it or not, little homie. You a little homie, and we're going to talk about that as well. It's a reason why Darian don't want to be called Unc. It's a reason why Darian don't want to be called OG. You understand what I'm saying? And that's simply because that will deflect the young girls. You know, when the young girls, when a dude that's 42 years old like Darian come up, like Zippy with the Drippy, when he walk up to a crowd of youngsters and the young boys, they start saying, you know, what's up, OG? What's up, Unc? The young girls automatically associate you with an old head. The young girls automatically dismiss you as a man that they might have sex with because the young boys is calling you Unc. And the young boys is calling you, you know, you already know. So Darian don't want to be called Unc. He want to be called Zippy with the Drippy. And what you got to understand is Zippy appeals to young girls. Zippy appeals to children. Salute, 50. Yo, salute to the movement, man. Ain't seen you in a while, homie. I'm glad to see you back, man. Make your rounds, homie. It's ugly in these YouTube streets. Make your rounds, homie. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna be looking for your name. I'm gonna check your page out in a few minutes and see what we got up there. See what content we got up there, homie. Salute, 505 movement. Salute, my G. You already know. But it's a reason why Lil Zippy don't want these young boys calling them on. When you 42 years old, you don't mind a young boy saying, "What's up, OG?" You are a OG to these young boys. If you got them by 20 years, if you got them beat by 22 years, you are officially a OG to these young boys. But when the young boys start calling you OG, the young girls, they start dismissing you. Oh, and you don't, when you a 42-year-old predator, when you a 42-year-old man that's looking to hit a 21-year-old girl, a 20-year-old girl, you don't want them to dismiss you, homie. See, a fully developed grown woman, and I'm not just talking about physically, I'm talking about a fully developed grown woman, physically and mentally. She gonna look at you and understand, homie, you in the worst position of your life right now. You in a bad position, Lil Zippy. You not on your grown man business. You not on your grown man business. So, you know, they not gonna lay down with you. They not gonna bust it wide open with you. They not gonna give you the pleasure that you looking for. Your peers have surpassed you, homie. Your peers have surpassed you. So you don't have no leeway with a real woman. Oh, but you got a lot of, do not bring Lil Zippy to your kids' graduation. These kids that are graduating are 18 and they are legal in Lil Zippy's eyes. They are legal. Dudes like Lil Zippy that fresh out of jail, you got to be very cautious. Don't leave Lil Zippy in your house with your niece, your 19-year-old niece. Don't leave Lil Zippy in the house with your 19-year-old daughter, because in his eyes, she's legal and he's going to make sexual advances towards that. He's going to. One thing you got to know, man, is watch how dudes like Darian get to explaining themselves every time somebody say something. Anytime somebody say something and they expose some truth about Darian, he gonna get on his YouTube and he gonna explain himself. And I realized that looking at the clips from last night, looking at the clips of Hassan soon as Hassan got at him, he came right to YouTube and he started explaining himself. I could play you some of this. I could let you hear him explaining why he likes young girls. Woo. Woo. And as I listened to him as a grown man, I was like, man, homie's sick, yo. Homie's so delusional. He don't even think his peers is his peers because he been locked up. He think just because he been locked up for 18 years, he should be able to go holler at young girls. Yeah, you know, this the thing. Whatever your preference is your preference. You know, when I used to smoke bud. I used to smoke cannabis. You know what I'm saying? But some people prefer coke. If you are a coke head, then I can speak on you snorting coke because that's your thing. Night vision, I thought you went ahead and got up out there. I thought you unsubscribed. You still in the chat, homie. Time and energy is the highest form of currency. Time and energy. It don't matter if you like what I'm saying. It don't matter if you dislike what I'm saying. As long as you are investing your time and your energy in my situation, that's all I ask, homie. That's all I ask, homie. And it take grown men to speak on this. Now, again, I don't agree with everything that Hassan Campbell say. It's a lot. You could go back in my videos and see I done got at Hassan Campbell before. I had things to say and let Hassan know when he was doing his thing. Yo, bro, we don't need to know every disgusting detail between you and Bambaataa. If you ain't gonna go handle that business, if you ain't gonna go run down on Bambaataa and handle your grown man business, we don't need to hear about what Bambaataa did to you. We don't need to hear, we don't want to hear no intricate details of another man doing what he did to you, boy. So I don't always agree with Hassan Campbell. But when I saw the clip of Hassan Campbell talking about Zippy doing suckers, that's real suckers. When you got a 40-year-old dude trying to hang out with the drill rappers. You got a 42-year-old dude named Zippy. His real name is Darian, but you call yourself Zippy so you can appeal to the young boys, so you can appeal to the young girls. Why is it a problem to be exposed for that? That shouldn't be an issue. But again, y'all like the mess. Y'all never really want the message. So don't come to Grown Man Business TV unless you really want to get the message out the situation. I'll indulge in the mess a little bit, but don't think because again, I post a video. Bro, I'm gonna show you all types of things, man. The things that I show attract grown women. You understand what I'm saying? When I walk you through this crib, when I hop in my car and I take you to the jeweler and I show you all these things attract grown women. The young girls, they look at me, young girl 21, 22, because I look young, boy. I don't look my age. You understand what I'm saying? So but a young girl approach me, I'm gonna tell her, listen, sweetie, I'm old enough to be your father. Nah, you X, Y, and Z. If I didn't have no old lady, when I was single and the young girls would approach me, I tell them, yo, my daughter is 5 years younger than you. What I look like laying down with you, what I look like having sexual intercourse with you, what I look like running through you as a grown man. You ain't even mentioned, nah, shorty, that I'm good. That's called discipline. That's called that's taking that. Come on, man. Grown man etiquette. Only them sick dudes, those perverts, those predators, look at a young girl as an opportunity to have sexual intercourse because they can't have it no other way. They don't have no choice. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. I don't see nobody in Zippy's, comment section when he talking about me saying that he's gossiping. I don't see nobody when he talking about all these other men. Nobody cares when he's doing it because it's sympathy being put out there. People secretly, in low key, people feel sorry for Zippy. They want to donate to his live chat. They feel sorry for Lil Zippy. They see that he ain't in position. They see that he's an adolescent mentally. And all of these people in his live chat, just like Hassan Campbell, they want to see the rise and they definitely want to see the fall. That's what, see, over here, I understand that at Grown Man Business TV. That's why the content is different. That's why when I'm delivering it to you, it don't feel the same because you ain't going to see the fall. You ain't going to see the rise. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. That's why I say that. You ain't see me come to YouTube and then, I was broke and dusty, and then next thing you know, I rose to success. I was already successful before I came to YouTube. I was already established before I came to YouTube. And let's address this. A lot of us content creators had YouTube channels a long time ago, but just recently started doing actual videos. So I had this channel a long time ago because we all watch YouTube. For you to be able to watch YouTube, you got to know that you have a channel now. A lot of people don't understand that. They come to YouTube, they watch videos, they consume the content, but they haven't put two and two together that if you go up in that right-hand corner and you get to looking around, you got an actual channel that you can name and you can start producing content. So a lot of us been up here for, let's say, 10 years, but only been making content for 2 or 3 years. Yeah, I disagree with that, homie. I disagree with that. A 20-year-old young lady mentally is not developed. She actually just got out of high school. So if you were to date her at 20, then you the type of dude that will date her at 17 if she got the wrong ID. If she got a fake ID, you'll do that with a 17-year-old and say, oh, I can tell. When you a grown man, you can look at a female and tell she's too young. When you a grown man, you can look at a female and tell that she is too young for you, a 42-year-old man, to be laying down with her. Yeah. See, that's what, again, to these airheads. It's a lot of airheads in Zippy's in his live chat. It's a lot of bird brain in Zippy's live chat. A lot of bird brain airhead dudes. And I told y'all, I don't need 800 airheads around me, homie. I don't need 800 sheep around me. All I need is 21 to 22 or 15 or even one lion by my side. All I need is one lion in my chat that got an open ear. 2 lions can wipe out 800 sheep any day, homie. We'll eat every last one of them. So when you say, oh, being 40 doesn't do you, yeah, it does make you a predator, homie. If I came to my sister's house and my little niece just turned 20 years old and she's dating and having sex with a 42-year-old man, I'm putting hands on him. I'm gonna put hands on him, homie. Little Darian. Man, what? Hand and feet, boy. Hands and feet. You will have to find another little 20-year-old girl to do your thing with. But if I ran down on my niece, if I came to my sister's house and my niece got a man that's 42 years old, yeah. You out of here. You out of here, boy. So, like I said, I don't agree with everything that Hassan Campbell talks about. But when he said that about Zippy, about Lil Darian, I had to fully 100% agree. 100% agree. I had to. Yeah, I chop it up about VA. We'll get into that. But Night Vision, you don't tell me when to talk or who to talk about, homie. Get your subscribers up. You can unsubscribe, homie. You go get yours. I'm going to check your subscribers when I get off this live. I could do it right now. I could do it right now. Man, let me check this. I ain't going to waste my time, man. You don't, it is what it is, but you don't, this is grown man business. See, what you will realize as well is a lot of these little boys ain't used to falling up under a grown man vocal. You ain't used to hearing a grown man talk. You ain't used to interacting with grown men. You used to interacting with 42-year-old dudes that will have sexual intercourse with a 20-year-old girl. That's the difference between me and them. Yeah, you see the title. Oh, yeah, man, you know, you're gossip. Man, whatever, boy. Whatever. I'm gossiping in a $650,000 house. I'm gossiping. Both cars paid off. Huh? I'm the head of my household. I'm gossiping, but I got a fully grown woman that follows my lead, boy. Huh? 800 credit scores. You don't know nothing about things like that. I talk about things like that too. So I'm going to go against suckers like Zippy with the Drippy. I'm going to talk and speak against suckers like Darian any day. No, nothing against New Yorkers. Again, I always say this, and it seems to go over y'all heads and under y'all bridges. But salute to my East New Yorkers. Salute to all my Brooklynites. I got some real hitters out there in Brooklyn, homie. That's right there, right now, in Brooklyn, New York. I can make phone calls. I can line them up. Salute to my dog, Swizzy. Huh? Ain't nothing. It's nothing against New York. And it got everything to do with suckers like Darian. Yeah. I get my subscribers send me clips. I don't even be having time to be in their live streams. I might pop in every now and then and put a comment and talk, but I'm blocked from Lil Zippy's live screen. Ask when you in my comment, cool. But go in Zippy comments when he go live and ask him why you got Grown Man Business TV blocked. That ain't Grown Man Business. Why is you blocking another man in your comment section? Why would you block him? You don't see me doing this when y'all get to talking in the comments. You don't see me using my fingers because I ain't blocking nobody. If you like it or not, I want you here to get an earful of this. So again, if my niece or my little cousin, 20-year-old young lady, tells me that a 42-year-old man is who she dealing with and having sex with, I already know he done manipulated her. I already know he's a predator. Predators know what to do, man. A 42-year-old man that's looking to date young girls, he don't want young boys to call him Unc. Because when you call him Unc, the young girls automatically associate that with a grown man. Yeah. When you call him OG, the young girls automatically associate that with a grown man. And most young girls, because they're not mentally developed, they'll move away from a grown man. They understand, if you look good enough to them, like I said, young girls used to come up to me all the time. They just, they couldn't resist approaching Grown Man Business TV. Oh man, and they automatically think that I'm somewhere around their age. She 22, she think I'm like 27. I look young. I would have to tell them, nah, shorty, I'm 35. You 22? Nah. It say that you legal, but my grown man discretion telling me you too young for me to be, putting game in your ear. I don't want to manipulate you, shorty. You too young for me to be laying down, throwing this grown man D up in you, because nah, shorty, deal with somebody around, deal with somebody that's on your level. Deal with somebody that's on your level. Deal with somebody that's on your level. I wouldn't even tell you how old my daughters is, homie. You and Lil Zippy with the Drippy, y'all such predators. When it come to these young girls, I wouldn't even disclose my daughter's age for you. You understand? A lot of these girls that Lil Zippy with the Drippy, that Darian is laying down with, they ain't got fathers. They like scar lip. They grew up in, they grew up in detention homes, and they grew up in the system, and they ain't got nowhere to stay right now. So they pull up and Lil Zippy come up on the block, and the young boys say, "What's up, OG?" And he tell them, "Don't call me OG, call me Zippy." Because Zippy appeals to these young girls. Zippy, the word Zippy, the name Zippy, it appeals to the young people. That's another reason why I called this channel Grown Man Business TV. I want you to know what you're dealing with when you come over here every single time. I could have named it something like that. Oh, Whippy with the Drippy, Dippy. Oh, little Whippy with the Drippy, Dippy with the Zippy. The young girls is going to be wanting to see what that's about. That sound like the young boys is going to be attracted to that. That sound like some young boy business. That's why Lil Zippy, that's why they gave you an all access pass to a drill rap concert. They think you young like them. They think you a little boy. They think you Zippy. Oh, little Zippy. Snoopy, Zippy, Goofy. It all sound the same. Goofy, Zippy. It all sound like Disney characters. That's what these grown men do. They don't expect you to look through the smoke and mirrors. They don't expect you to be able to dissect what's going on. They thinking they do these little slick nuances, but it's a whole agenda behind it. Zippy, Goofy, Zippy, Mickey Mouse. It all rhymes, don't it? Like a Disney, and it all is set out. It's all put out for young kids. And I'm here to tell you, if you don't know, an 18-year-old girl is a young child. It's a young kid still. It doesn't matter that the higher-ups and elites said that she's legal to be sexually advanced on now. Nah, we don't follow over here. We don't follow the protocol. We don't follow what the higher-ups and the elites set for y'all. We don't follow that manuscript, homie. We make our own. And when you a grown man, when you stand on grown man business, you use grown man discretion. So when a dude like Zippy, 42, Darian, you are 42, but you lay down and have sex with a 22, you are a predator, homie. And I'm sorry, I'm sorry that your fellow New Yorkers ain't telling you this. I'm sorry that all the airheads in your comment section and in your live chat are not telling you this. But I'm here to tell you, boy. You 42, she should at least be 28, 29, 30 years old, homie. 26, 25, maybe. But you dealing with young girls, Lil Zippy. I'm here to say it. I said it. I'm going to say it. Ain't nobody's. I'm here to say it. Yeah. No. Listen, man. Like I said, I don't necessarily support Hassan Campbell. I agree with some of the things that Hassan Campbell say. Let's say this. Maybe 30% out of 100, I can agree with what he's saying. The other 70% of the stuff that Haas be talking about, I can't rock with. If you want to say that's supporting Hassan, I don't know. But I'll say this. What he said about Zippy, calling it sucker shit, I agree with that. I agree with that. I totally agree with what he said. You know, it's something about a grown woman, homie. When you a grown man and you standing on grown man business, you paying grown man bills, you doing grown man things in this world, it's something about a grown woman. Now, getting attention from young girls, if they think you cute, they think you attractive, they like, oh, you know, grown man, you whoop, 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 that's cool. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's energy. It's nothing wrong with engaging in the energy of a girl that's in her lower 20s. It's nothing wrong with, you got to understand something. Let me give y'all some game, right? And I did a video about this a long time ago. Again, I always give up the game. And when I give up the game, those videos, they get the views in due time. It take a while for people to catch on. But let me give you this game. The video that I did was called The Rose Garden. So a man in this world is walking in a rose garden of women. Oh, it's a rose garden of women. You got all different type of color roses. You got all different ages of roses. You got tall roses. You got short roses. You got blue roses, black roses, white roses, red roses, yellow roses. You understand what I'm saying? But the problem is when you think you can't figure out which rose to pick. You ain't supposed to pick every rose, homie. Some roses you just supposed to smell. You just supposed to be around for the energy. Some roses you supposed to pick. Some roses you supposed to have all what you want from it. But when you go in there and you pick a rose that's too young, you prick your finger. When you go in there and you pick a rose that ain't fully developed, it's going to die. We got to expose these dudes, man. We got to expose these dudes that's on all levels. This is just another level that I'm destroyed who, man? Destroyed who? I'm still here stunting on these boys. Check my last couple. I'm stunting on these dudes. These dudes ain't living like this. Zippy with the Drippy is at work right now somewhere punching a clock. The white man got him punching a clock. The white man got him somewhere breaking his sweat, working for pennies out there in New York City. The truth is going to be the truth. One thing, one of the reasons why I started speaking the truth on YouTube, my G's, is because one of my uncles told me, you know, he told me the truth is going to be the truth if you like it or not. The truth don't care about my feelings, and the truth don't care about your feelings. The truth will remain the truth. And when I always kept that with me, and I use that on the chessboard of life every day. It don't matter if I'm gonna hurt your feelings. I gotta give it to you real. When it come to my kids, when it come to my old lady, when it come to my family, when it come to my homies, when it come to one of these sucker content creators, I don't really care if the truth gonna hurt your feelings. I'm gonna give it to you real, and then you can digest that, and you can take it in, and you can sit with it for a little while, and you can figure out why it made you feel that way. But I'm not going to dilute the truth for you. I'm not going to play around the truth. And that's one of the things that make my channel what it is. I could get up here easily and get 100,000 subscribers and cry up here And I could do a bunch of things I see these YouTubers do. I don't do those things. If I'm speaking on it, I'm going to give you the truth. Don't worry about the title. The title is probably what brought you in here. Hassan exposes Zippy with the Drippy for liking young girls. That's what brought you into the chat. That's what got you engaged with what's going on. But I'm going to give you the real, homie. And that's exactly what Haas did. He exposed Lil Zippy for being a child, for being a sucker, for being a little boy mentally. When you go to jail for 18 years, it makes your brains mush. Zippy think he doing something out here. The little young girls is running down on him. Oh, Zippy with the Drippy. And he's smashing them. Oh, he having sex. 20-year-old girl. I mean, again, do not bring anybody like Zippy to the Drippy to your kid's graduation, homie. He plotting on the high schoolers. He 42 years old and he plotting on the high schoolers. Don't leave little Zippy with the Drippy around your niece. Don't say, Zip, I'm gonna run to the store. I'll be right back. And you got a 19-year-old niece upstairs. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't you dare do that. Because, you know, Zippy sounds like Goofy. Zippy sounds like Mickey. Oh, he's aiming his sexual frustration at the kids, at the super young adults. In my eyes, they kids. Trust me, I look 20 years younger than Zippy, and I don't mind the young boys calling me Unc. If they respect my handle, they could call me Unc. If they respect my handle, they can call me OG, because that is exactly what I am. OG, the old guy. You are an old guy, Zippy. But because a lot of the people in Zippy's content, a lot of the people that's in his comment section, they airheads, they bird brains, they suckers. They don't understand. Zippy done been locked up for a long time. He you know, most men that been locked up for 20 years, they become very good manipulators. Because when you in jail, you got to manipulate the system. So he knows how to manipulate all of those bird brains that be in his live chat. Oh, I don't want him calling me OG because I'm not your... That ain't got nothing to do with gang. OG means the old guy. And if you walk into a crowd of drill rappers and it's a bunch of young girls along with them drill rappers, and those drill rappers is calling you out of everybody the old guy, you're probably not going to get to smash them little 20-year-old girls over there. See what I'm saying? That's what I bring to this. Listen, that's what I bring to this that they don't like. And that's how I was raised. That's all I know. When I was growing up, you know, the OGs spoke. They spoke, homie. They didn't bite their tongue, man. That's what made them OGs. Yo, youngster, nah, bro, that ain't what you want. That's what you want. We ain't with that. That's what you want. You 45 years old and you dating a 22-year-old girl. That's what you want. Who raised this dude? This man is 42 years old and he wants y'all to call him Lil Zip. That don't set red flags off on you, man. That don't make your wheels start turning. A grown man, 42 years old, and he wants y'all to call him Zip. He don't want y'all to call him OG, and he don't want y'all to call him Unc. He wants y'all to call him Zippy, Mickey, Doofy, Goofy. This dude is a Disney character. This dude got teeth like a dolphin. He is literally the Little Mermaid. Come on, man. Come on, Zippy. And then you got these dudes coming in the comment section. They so upset that I'm exposing, I'm exposing a new idol. I didn't listen. Hassan Campbell is who gave Zippy his start. Zippy wasn't getting nobody in his comments. Nobody was rocking with Zippy. Nobody knew who Zippy with the Drippy was until Hassan Campbell put that ET finger on Lil Zippy and told people to go watch Lil Zippy. Hassan Campbell gave Zippy everything he got going on YouTube. And then for the same dude that gave you your light to call you a sucker and expose you, expose the predator that you are, it speaks volumes, homie. It speaks volumes. See, the difference between me, one of the big differences, because it's a lot of differences between me and Lil Zippy with the Drippy, is that ain't nobody give me my light. Name one, it ain't nobody on YouTube that said, yo, Grown Man Business TV, I'm giving him the light. I made my own light. I made a lane for the real. I carved out a lane for the real, bruh. And it's a lot of suckers out here. So you got to understand, me carving this lane out is for the real. So if you following it, or if you understand what's going on, then that already puts you in the real. The ones that's going against and saying, oh, X got all these, y'all might not be fit for this lane. You're not fit for this lane, homie. And that's okay. Because I only carved it out for the real. I only want the real around me. I don't want 800 airheads around me, homie. Yeah, I never came up here worried. I got videos with almost 1 million views on them. Videos. Go on my archives. 300,000, 400,000. It was never about the numbers for me. And I never wanted another man to certify me on this thing. I wanted to certify myself. Again, that's why it's called Grown Man Business TV. The TV is because we're going to get a little entertaining sometimes. It's going to be entertaining sometimes, exposing these suckers or giving you the content or giving you the game. It's not always going to be a serious thing. But the grown man is in all caps because that's the main focus. When you're looking at me, you're looking at a grown man in all levels, not just financially, not just materialistic. I'm talking mentally. Grown man discretion. I can look at a young girl and say, yo, you're beautiful, baby. But it ain't, it ain't meant for me to take and pluck that flower, sweetie. You're gorgeous, but you're 22 years old, get some experience. You know what I'm saying? You got some living to do before you get with somebody that's on your level. That's what Lil Zippy that's what a man gonna tell a young girl that don't really know what she doing. She don't really know what she getting herself into. But a predator, when you a predator, yeah. When you a predator, Lil Darian, because I don't even want to call you Zippy no more. I'm gonna call you by your name. Your name is Darian, homie. When you a predator like Darian and you see a young girl walking into a trap, when you see a young girl walking into a setup, when you see that a young girl don't fully know what she doing, she thinks she know what she doing, but she don't even know what she getting herself into. When you a predator like Darian, you going to keep them, come, keep walking this way, young lady. Fall into this trap. I'm a 42-year-old man that don't own nothing, ain't got no credit. I barely can, I'm going to work every day. I can really get parole off my back. I'm a 42-year-old man that been locked up for 18 years. I ain't really got too much going for me. Yeah, I'll be on YouTube, but that's really my claim to fame. Come over here. Keep walking into this trap, young lady. Keep walking into this trap. That's what a predator gonna do. That's the difference. That's one of the big differences. Discretion. Yeah, shorty, I know you gorgeous, and I ain't gonna lie. If I didn't have discipline about myself, I would burn you up. But I'm not, I'm a fully grown man, and I done been through the ups and downs, and I done put in a lot of work to build up my value, to build up my stature, and to build up my knowledge. And my knowledge is telling me that you don't know what you're getting yourself into. I'm gonna hit you. You're gonna be so wrapped up. Once I lay down with you, you're gonna be so addicted, you ain't gonna be able to think straight. You're gonna be so addicted to this wood that you ain't gonna be able to think straight. And I don't feel like you need to deal with somebody on your own level right now. You need to deal with somebody on your own level. Maybe we can rehash this in a few years once you develop that mind a little bit. because it's more. It's more than just physical. And that's that's the problem with a big problem with our society is that the men, the so-called men, are predators, bro. They're predators when it comes to these little boys. They're predators when it comes to these young girls. They just want to have sex with them. They just want to lay down and have sex with them. They ain't thinking about the future. They ain't thinking about what that's going to do to that young girl mind after y'all have sex and now it ain't working out. And now things ain't going the way, now the honeymoon is over. How that's going to make her have a disdain for men, what you about to do to her. You just want to have sex with her. Zippy, Lil Darian, I don't want to, my peers been out here. Yeah, your peers is 40 years old, homie. Your peers is 35 to 42. Those are your peers, Darian. Those are your peers, but it's a big reason why you can't get those fully developed women, because a fully developed female with a fully developed mind can see, man, you dusty, homie. You ain't got nothing but YouTube going for you right now, homie. Man, this female would never lay down with you, homie. She would never lay down with you and give you some of them good yams she got down there because, them fully developed yams. Because you's a dust ball living with a cat. In the clips, I could see how upset Lil Zippy was about young boys calling him OG. Young boys calling him OG. Young boys calling him, Unc. He don't want these young boys to call him OG or Unc, but Darian, you want them to call you Zippy with the Drippy. Come on, homie. Come on. There is nothing you could do. I told y'all, there is nothing. None of these YouTube, it's not just Darian. Any content creator on YouTube, it's nothing you could do with grown man business. Because grown man business will remain grown man business if you like it or not. They could never, and they trying real hard with the Rainbow Coalition. They trying real hard with the 123 ABC community. Oh, they trying hard to get rid of grown man business. But grown man business is something you can't get rid of. It's something that is everlasting, homie. And what I'm starting to realize with this YouTube thing is I might be the only one up here speaking grown man business, keeping it fully 100 and showing it too, not just talking. Because Zippy, Darian, all you do is talk. We still ain't seen that little apartment. Why you ain't walked us around, man? Why you ain't walked us around that apartment, homie? Why you don't show us how you really living? Why you ain't walked us around that pawn shop, man? That antique shop you got in there, man. So grown men, it's not just about talking. You got to act. You got to show something. It's about your actions. And your actions are saying predator, homie. Darian, your actions are saying predator. Predator. Don't have Lil Zippy around your 19 to 20-year-old nieces. Don't bring Lil Zippy to the high school graduations. Keep Lil Zippy away. Keep Lil Zippy with the Drippy away from these young girls. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. You ain't never heard me say, let's get there. I ain't never said that. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Listen, man. Listen, man. It's early. And again, let me break something down to y'all. Somebody in the chat just asked me and said, why is it only 39 people in the chat? Well, when you come to YouTube and you not talking about having sex with young girls, when you come to YouTube and you not talking and you not glorifying jail, when you come to YouTube and you not smoking weed all day and glorifying, violence and gangs, they don't put you in the algorithm like that, homie. They don't put you in the algorithm. When you come to YouTube, right, and you giving a message, when you come to YouTube and you're giving a full example of what a grown man's supposed to look like, supposed to talk like, supposed to walk like. When you come to YouTube and you giving a positive message, When you come to YouTube and you telling the real shooters to redirect that energy at the real opposition. When you come to YouTube and you tell black men to stop killing each other and to redirect that energy to the real ops, they're not gonna put you in the algorithm, homie. So when you come to YouTube and you're not a part of the circus, that's why your numbers will look how my numbers look. But it ain't never been about the numbers. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't never been about the numbers. And I can guarantee 24/7, if I go into your channel, you probably ain't got 100 subscribers, homie. You ain't got 100 subscribers in there. So why you ain't got 1,000 subscribers? Before you ask me why it's only 38 people or 39 people in this chat, ask yourself why you ain't got 1,000 subs yet. Why you ain't got 1,000 subs yet, homie? If it's so easy to buy subs, because again, I didn't even know you could buy subs. I'm 40 years old, man. I'm an OG, Darian. I'm an OG. I'm not all the way like technology. I'm not that savvy. So I didn't know you could buy subscribers. I earned these subscribers. I built this channel organically, homie. Constant elevation. Yeah, well, you won't hear, clown. You won't hear. You don't do YouTube, but you in the comment section. I guarantee, look, I overshot it, homie. I overshot it. I guarantee you ain't got 20 subscribers 24/7. You ain't got 20 subscribers. You ain't got 20 people that'll come and look at your channel for nothing. So let's talk about this. When you dudes get in the comments talking about the live stream numbers and X, Y, and Z, and then I get off the live stream and I go look at y'all channel, y'all ain't even got, bro, y'all don't even be having 20 subscribers, bro. So, you know, you wouldn't understand this level of YouTube. I'm not even at the highest level. I got 15,000 subscribers. We going on 16K. Mad about what, man? Come on, man. Come on, 24/7. Oh, man, listen. Listen, 24/7. Get your subscribers up. You can't go live 24. See again, these airheads and these bird brains, these jailhouse dudes are manipulators. 24/7. You can't go live. You want to change the word don't to can't. You don't have over 1,000 subscribers. You don't have enough watch time. You don't have nothing going for your channel, so you can't go live. Stop with it, man. Salute to all 39 in the building, all 42 in the building. I'd rather have 39 lions than 1,000 sheep any day. Any day. Any day. And what you'll notice too, you know, one thing I noticed while we talking about numbers, Hassan Campbell, in one of the clips I saw, that Hassan Campbell had like 40,000. He had like 40,000 people in his live chat. But when he ended his live chat, he only got credit for like 9,000 views. So what you got to understand with YouTube is the wild, wild west of YouTube is over. The wild, wild west of YouTube is over. You understand me? Coming up here, getting big checks, because I ain't gonna lie, even with my numbers, man, I at one point, you know, $1,500, $2,000 a month was easy to do. YouTube figured out how to critique that. They don't really want to pay y'all. That's why YouTube is not a career unless you get millions of subscribers and millions of views. If you got millions, then I look at YouTube. That's the YouTube career. Anything less than millions is not a YouTube career. They don't want to pay you. It's like an insurance policy. They don't want to pay you. You know, Haas was doing big numbers. He not doing those numbers no more. He not doing them checks every month like that no more. So don't ever get it confused that these numbers mean something, homie. If I get up here right now, when I start talking about, you know, smoking, yeah, let's smoke other black people. Let's get the if I get up there and start talking about things that they want in the algorithm, man, then the numbers will go up. I just chose not to do that. I know for a fact that talking the way I talk will not put me in the algorithm. talking the way I talk, giving the truth that I give will not get me to be one of those crazy 100,000. You know, look at what's the boy named Major? His name is Major. He to get 100,000 subscribers, he started doing videos going out to these traps and buying drugs and giving fake money to drug dealers. I mean, he had to take it to the extreme. How you think Hassan Campbell got 500,000 subscribers? 400,000. Hassan Campbell got those subscribers by telling us detailed descriptions of what happened with him and Bambaataa. Hassan Campbell got 400,000 subscribers from coming on YouTube and crying and exposing himself to the public, letting everybody know where he live at, letting everybody know what his family looked like, letting everybody know that he was touched as a child. It's things you got to do. And that's, I could take it I could go left because I told y'all YouTube is the new portal. So YouTube is another way for you to be initiated into the higher ups and the elites. YouTube is another way for you to become a puppet. So they're going to let you get up here. They're going to let you do your videos. They're going to listen to what you talk about, because before your videos go green or yellow, they comb through it and listen to what you're talking about and let you know if it's going to be able to get money or not. And if you're willing to sacrifice, you're willing to give up all your integrity, then yeah, you will get that 100,000 subscribers. You will go to the top of the upper echelon of YouTube. I didn't come into it for that, homie. I didn't come into this thing for that. Man, listen, man. And you in my live chat talking to another man. That's what you doing. You type into another man. So I'm talking about content on YouTube and you type into a man. You type into a man, homie. Think about what you're doing. You're not and you want to argue with another man. It ain't nothing wrong with typing and being in the live chat and being in the comments, but you want me to argue with you. You like a female. I'm sure you are one of Lil Darian's subscribers that caught wind of Grown Man Business TV. I'm sure you're one of Darian's subscribers that be in his chat, yeah, Zippy with the Drippy, yeah. You somehow, but you want to argue with me like a girl. That's why I know that's where you came from. You dying, you begging, you want me to argue with you, dude. You want me to go back and forth with you, home. You typing real fast. I mean, them Twitter fingers is moving. I mean, I don't know if you on your phone or if you on, I don't know but you typing real fast, homie. You real good at it. Salute to you. 24/7. Salute to you, man. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. But you are an absolute predator, Lil Darian. Now that my wheels is turning. Now that I done broke down this whole situation, I ain't even calling you Zippy no more. That sounds like a Disney character. Zippy sounds like Mickey Mouse. Zippy, you a 42-year-old man, homie. Your name sounds too much like Mickey Mouse. Zippy. Why are you directing your energy towards the young shooters? Why are you directing your energy towards the young girls? Why don't you try to approach grown people your age, Zippy, old head? You're an old head, homie. Embrace it. You ain't got a lick of hair on your head, homie. Most of these young boys ain't bald. You understand what I'm saying? Most of these young boys ain't bald, Darian. They got a head full of waves, man. A head full of waves, man. You a bald head old man trying to appeal to young girls. Just getting out of jail, trying to appeal. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm sure out there in New York, you hitting a lot of them young girls off, man. Spider Loke, we had a little back and forth. Me and Spider Loke had a little back and forth. I had fun with Spider. But I want to say this about Spider Loke. Spider Loke he's on Grown Man Business. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm gonna tell you, I went back and forth with Spider Loke. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. When I seen that he was giving energy this way, and Spider Loke was, again, giving energy to the channel. I went back and forth with Spider Loc. We had some words. Yeah, we chopped. We had some words, but after having those words with Spider Loc, after going back and forth with Spider Loc, as a grown man, I can say ain't no negative energy towards Spider Loc. I salute Spider Loc. You feel what I'm saying? Spider Loc is a grown man that stands on grown man business. He conducts himself as a grown man. And even Spider Loc is not about to run down on no 22-year-old girl and get to doing none of that. Spider Loc is a fully grown man. So a lot of us real grown men, we got old ladies, man. We married. We didn't already established the head of a household. We come on YouTube and we talk with y'all and we chop game with y'all, but we running a whole household. So it's a difference from these little suckers that it's a big difference. It's a big difference. So again, yeah, me and Spider Loc, I ain't gonna say he pressed me. I would never say that. Ain't nobody pressing grown man business TV. But did we have a back and forth? Yeah. Did we have words? Yeah. I wanted to shoot the fade with Spider Loc. I did a video. Hey, look, I did a video of my in the gym. I was in my gym in my garage. I'm hitting the bag. I'm working out. I'm sweating. I'm telling Spider Loc, let's shoot the fair one. Let's shoot the fair one, Spider Loc. Let's get it in. You feel me? But that was months ago. That was months ago. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, a grown man is always gonna give it up and be real and be truthful about it. A grown man ain't gonna hold no grudges. You know what I'm saying? It was never no real beef between me and Spider Loc. Me and Spider Loc had YouTube back and forths. And now, as a grown man, I can say salute to Spider Loc. Salute to the black box. Salute to the blue box or the black box or whatever he got going over there. You know what I'm saying? Salute to his subscribers and salute to the message that he give out. Any topic that he talk about, he give a real grown man perspective on it. And I see people approaching Spider Loc the same way, saying, "Yo, you're gossiping about this." Ain't gossip, homie. It's called content. Darian, this called content. So yeah, salute to Spider Loc. You know what I'm saying? Always rock with Spider Loc. Spider Loc is Spider Loc, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you was in the G Unit era, if you grew up in that era, Spider Loc was a part of G Unit. Spider Loc been very vocal and been a vital part of the hip hop movement from the West Coast. I remember watching a 40 Glock and all of them on YouTube as a youngster, fighting and all that. Spider Loc always been doing this thing. He's cemented. So it was never no real beef with Spider Loc. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that's in the black box, anybody that rock with Spider Loc, get that to him. Get that to him. Salute. Is what it is. It'll be what it's gonna be. Yeah. I wanted to shoot the fair one with him. And just like Zippy, he wasn't feeling it. Spider didn't like it. He was going back and forth. He was getting a little disrespectful. I was getting a little disrespectful. But at the end of the day, grown men gonna respect grown men. Grown men gonna salute grown men. You understand what I'm saying? Spider's gang member. Spider done been in jail and all that, but when you listen to his he ain't promoting that to the youngsters. Spider Loc come up here and do a whole vocabulary word of the day with his subscribers, and they go across a different word every day and figure out the meaning, and they learn a new word every day. That's grown man business. That's what men do. Men don't slide in on a 21-year-old girl knowing she don't know what she getting into, knowing she don't really understand what she doing, and then have sex with her. That ain't what men do. That's what predators do. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, man. We well over an hour. You know what I'm saying? We might go to like 1:30, hour and 30 minutes. I like to go live when I know Lil Zippy with the Drippy is at work. Lil Darian comes up here. He talks down on people that work. He talks down on people that get their money working. You understand? And then he gets up in the early mornings after he stays up late night with y'all going live. And Lil Darian gets up and he gets on the subway and he goes to church and he goes to work. It was raining outside. Yeah. Yeah, that ain't, and he gets up and he gets in his BMW and he don't, Lil Darian ain't even got a license. Lil Darian is 42 years old with no license. These are all things that will attract a young girl. Oh, I'm a street dude. Young girls is in the street dudes. Grown women, they look past street dudes. My name is Zippy. Yeah, Zippy sounds like Mickey. It's like a Disney character, the Little Mermaid. That attracts young girls. But old grown women, they don't want you. Your name Zippy. What's your real name, Darian? These are all things. Oh, my name is Zippy, and I ain't even got a license. The young girl's like, damn, I just got my license, or I still ain't got a license. Oh, everything about Darian attracts young girls. And then you got these dudes talking about, oh, nah, they legal. Well, who said they was legal, man? Who said they was legal? So the higher ups in elite said that she's 18 and she's legal for a 60-year-old man or a 40-year-old man that lay down and have sex. Nah, I told you. I ever find out my niece, 20-year-old niece, coming and having sex with a 42-year-old Darian. We putting the hands on that. Me, my cousins, my family, we gonna set them up. Matter of fact, we're gonna do a how to catch a predator. This is how you catch a predator. Niecy, go ahead and text your little boyfriend. Tell him to come through. Tell him your mom and your uncles and your brother and everybody is out of town and you had to stay in town because you just got a job at Forever 21, little Niecy, because you're only 20 years old. And tell old Darian that your whole family is out of town. And tell Darian that he can come to your mama's house and y'all can do y'all thing. Oh, and when Lil Darian walk in that door, we gonna pop out like Nick Hansen. Yeah, you remember Hansen? You remember the white guy that used to pop out? No, Darian. No, Darian. Go ahead and sit down, Darian. We need to talk to you. No, you knew that she was only 20 years old, didn't you, Darian? How old are you, Darian? 42? What you doing here, Darian? What you doing in here? Oh, you thought that her family was out of town? Oh no, we got the Darian. We got the text messages, Darian. Oh, Zippy with the Drippy. We got the text messages. We know exactly what we thought you was talking. That's what Zippy with the Drippy is. He's one of those guys. Let me tell you something. Dress a 16-year-old girl up as an 18-year-old girl. Dress her up. Have her go and load Darian DM on Instagram. And I guarantee you he fall right into the trap of a predator. $5150 show. That's is that my dog China and all of them? Is that China's? I'm not sure if that's China's channel. He was just in the chat earlier, but I'm not sure. I think that's 5050 or 5150. One of them joints. Yeah, I think I heard of it. What about it though? David L. What about that show? Oh yeah. I rock with that show. He's a funny dude. I'm not gonna say I watch his show, but I see like clips. I see clips of his show. Hold on, guys. I see clips of his show. On shorts through the shorts and all that. Hold on. Man, I get a lot of text messages and emails about buying this house, man. You wouldn't believe. It's so crazy, man. I think um, next year I'm really gonna plot on some land. I want some land in Georgia. I want like 10, 15 acres in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? And I think I'll do a video about that because I might have to check that out then. That's gonna be entertaining. He beefing with Joe Buttons is gotta be hilarious. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. I'm gonna definitely look into that. But yeah, with this property right here, man, I get a lot of emails. I get like random calls. When you own property, you get calls from a bunch of realtors, and it's like every day when they call or they text, trying to buy your house. They really want this house. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to sell this house, but what I am going to do is I'm going to lean on some equity next year out of this house, and I'm going to buy some land in Georgia. I want some land. That's one thing I don't have. I do have property, but I want land. Like I want like rural land. I be watching Lil Boosie, and one thing for sure, two things for certain, man. Boosie is killing them. That 50 acres he got in Georgia, he is killing them with that. But that's gonna be a whole nother live. Again, this is grown man business. We talk about it all. We talk about it all. Yeah. Which yeah, I might have to check that out. Joe Budden been I think Joe Budden is a homosexual to be honest. I believe he's a homosexual, but that'll be a whole nother podcast, man. That'll be a whole nother live. I might go live tonight. I'm gonna check that out, and I'll probably end up going live again tonight. I was gonna go live last night, but Hassan was exposing Drippy with the Drippy, Lil Darian, for being a predator, man. Called him a sucker. You know what I'm saying? And I was getting clips, and my phone was just buzzing, getting clips, clips, clips. Salute to everybody that's in the DMs, man, that send me the clips of things that they want me to talk about. And that's what they was sending me. And I didn't go live last night. I just went ahead and relaxed and watched the game and chilled out. But I had to speak on this, man. I had to speak on this. So we're not gonna drag it out too long. Y'all got another 9 minutes with me. We'll do 130, hour and 30 minutes. So yeah, man. I'm gonna check that show out. Um, I this is the thing, man. This YouTube thing is, do I respect it? I guess so. I told y'all it was at one point when I first came to YouTube. Now, mind you, people been getting money on YouTube way before I started doing videos. But when I first came to YouTube, it was like the wild. It was still like the wild west with these checks, bro. It was like I feel like YouTube didn't have a grip on really how to control your money yet. And some of us black people, we started figuring out. We started figuring out how to hack the system and get them big checks. And you know, you got to understand something. One of the reasons why you don't see Hassan Campbell on YouTube that much anymore is because he's not making 25,000 a month like he was making. He's not making 30,000, 50,000. Hassan was getting checks for like 50K, bro. 30,000 in 30 days, bro. Hassan was getting so. Do I respect him to keeping it going without the monetization? I guess so. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he still got the channel. Um, And when you got a channel with 100 or 400,000 subscribers, bro, you got to find a way to get that thing back monetized. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep yourself in the algorithm a little bit. You don't have to do content every day. You don't got to go live every day, but every now and then you got to go live. You got to shake the algorithm up, and you got to keep yourself relevant because regardless if he's monetized or not, the channel has 400 and some odd thousand subscribers on it. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it was the wild west, and now even with 400,000 subscribers, they figuring out how to tweak those numbers. If you want to know what I really believe that in due time, Haas is going to have to find a job, or he's got bruh. I'm telling you, bruh. If he didn't do right with that money and buy property or get something where he could get rent every month, he gonna have to start working. Haas ain't been on YouTube like that because he just like just like Darian. Oh, Darian talk about you working this, you driving trucks, that, but he get up every day and he drive that car with no license and he go to work. I knew guys on parole. They didn't have to work. As long as you have a proof of income, homie, you ain't got to go get a job. You could pay yourself if you got the hustle to do it. If you connected, like you say you connected, you ain't got to go. Yo, my probation officer said that. You don't have to go get a job. You just have to go get proof of income. Again, a lot of the people in Darian's lives, a lot of people in Zippy with the Drippy's live are airheads and bird brain. So they think just because you got on parole, you got to get a job. I'm here to tell you, he didn't have to go get a job. He could have went with one of those rich guys he talk about all the time, and they could pay him $100 a week, and you could write it off, and that could be his payroll right there. He don't have to go to work. But just like Zippy with the Drippy, I think Hassan Campbell, I think Hassan Campbell hasn't been on YouTube because his channel is not monetized. So that means he's not getting no money. It's a difference when you go to these other platforms and you need, people to pay a monthly fee. People ain't trying to pay a real monthly fee for what you giving up. People rock with Hassan Campbell because we was able to come to Hassan Campbell channel for free, watch him crash out for free, and YouTube pay him. But if I gotta pay you $10 a month to come watch your, that ain't gonna do no numbers for Haas. So I believe that Hassan Campbell is in position right now where he's gonna have to either find a job, he's gonna have to find a real hustle to sustain the lifestyle that he built off of YouTube. Again, one of the real reasons I made the conscious decision not to make any videos on YouTube until I was established. I never wanted to come to YouTube and depend on the higher ups and the elites to pay me every month. Never. 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 I came to YouTube. I was already in process. I had this house already. I was already renovating the house. I already had things lined up. I never came to YouTube one time trying to get so many numbers to give me money every month. That's why when y'all be talking about the numbers, I just be, it don't make me feel no way. The numbers don't mean nothing to me, dog. I got this already. Yeah, I ain't Hassan Campbell. My wife ain't buy this house. I provided this house. I ain't Zippy with the Drippy, homie. I ain't trying to get myself out the hole. I'm established already. Yeah, man. So when I saw those clips of Hassan Campbell last night, do I respect him for still going? Well, he got a channel with 500,000 subscribers on it. I mean, what you gonna do? It's not he's demonetized. It's not making no money for him right now. Or it's not making the same money that it was making, and he's, he just looked like, I don't know, man. Look like he gonna have to get a job or something soon. You gonna have to, you gotta work. You gotta get some money, man. If you ain't giving up real game that, like Bandman Kevo, right? Bandman Kevo, he got like an OnlyFans and all of that, and people pay the monthly subscription to get real investment knowledge and real game about how to get rich. People will pay for that. Haas, ain't nobody about to pay you $10 a month talking about get your snot box rocked and nothing like that. Ain't nobody paying $10 a month for that. Now we will come to your channel and subscribe and for free. That's how you got 400. Imagine if Haas could get 400,000, the same 400,000 he got on YouTube, he could get that same 400,000 over there to pay OnlyFans. My suggestion to Haas is this, and I'm gonna just give Haas some real game. You came to YouTube, right? And you did all that wild antics for free. Get you an OnlyFans, Hassan Campbell. Get you an OnlyFans where people got to pay $5 a month, $10 a month. And I'm talking about go over there, talk about Bambada, you need to cry. I remember your early lives, Haas. You used to cry all the time. People, it'd be thousands of people, 10,000 people in Hassan Live because he over there crying. He talking about the mental illnesses he going through. Do that on OnlyFans, homie. That's how you get you. YouTube ain't about to let you come back and really milk them like you used to. You might be able to get the numbers in your live streams. You might be able to have a lot of subscribers, but they not about to let you milk them for 50,000 a month, 20,000 a month. They not about to let you ever come back and do that again. And I told y'all, when it comes to this YouTube thing, it's the rise and it's the fall. Nobody really watches TV anymore, unless it's sports or like one of these shows, but nobody really watches TV. Everybody comes to YouTube for the rise and the fall. And the difference between me and them is I didn't come to YouTube and rise. I already was here. I already was established. So there is no fall. You're just going to get Grown Man Business TV. That's it. But it ain't no grown man business used to be dusty. He used to be sitting in his grandma's house. And now he has a, no, I already had all of this. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. And again, Lil Darian, he say he look like Homer Simpson. Yeah, he take that big ass hat off. Yeah, Darian, let me tell you something, Lil Zippy. You get around these young girls, man, and you pop that big ass head out that hat, show that discolored skin from your bald head to your face. You understand me? Stop. Let them call you OG and Unc. Them little young girls ain't gonna want to give you nothing. They ain't gonna want to lay down with you. Stop manipulating them young girls, man. Stop manipulating them young women, man. Them young ladies, man. That's just coming into they womanhood, homie. Stop manipulating them and taking advantage of them, homie. I'm surprised ain't nobody in your live told you this. That's why I say a bunch of bird brains and airheads, homie. You manipulating them young girls, man. It's disgusting work, boy. Absolutely disgusting work. And I guarantee you, not near one grown man around gonna respect that. Now, all the little drill rappers might respect it. That's why you was at that drill rap concert with an all access pass. 42-year-old man at a drill. Come on, homie. You at a drill rapper concert with an all access pass, homie. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Is what it is. This is Grown Man Business TV. So look, man, we an hour and a half in. You already know what time it is. I'm gonna go live tonight too. Yeah, I'm gonna go live tonight too. You ain't what? You could never destroy this. I ain't gotta show you what's to the right of me. I ain't gotta show you what's to the left of me. Go to my last video. You can see all of that. All of that. Ain't no bragging. But I gotta, when you standing on Grown Man Business TV, it's about your actions. So I gotta show you what I'm doing. I can't just sit here and talk about jailhouse stories from 20 years ago. I can't sit in here and talk about how I was doing this in 1920. Nah. What you doing right now? It ain't about where you from, it's about where you at. What you doing right now? Show me something, homie. Show them teeth, man. Smile for the camera, man. You understand me? It get gangster when you get to bumping heads with a grown man. Stop manipulating them young girls. Zippy the Predator. Old Zippy with the drippy, old Darian. Your name is Darian, homie. Duran. So your name is that. All right. So it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, man. You already know what time it is. It's your boy, Grown Man Business. And listen, you can tap in and you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. I suggest you tap into this Grown Man Business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight off the brick into the bottle. Straight raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoat nothing. We not dressing nothing up. But little Zippy with the Drippy, the Predator, old Darian. I get it to you straight raw, homie. No cut, no nothing stepped on, straight raw. We don't want no extras. We want to get it to you straight raw. That's just what we did over here. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. I told you. 5 in each ear. Come on, man. Zippy. Zippy, man. I'm not the one you want to play with, boy. We the same age. You got me by 2 years. Mentally, I got you by a decade or two. I got you by, man, I got you by far. In every level of this grown man business. Only thing you got is more people in your live chat than me. Do that convert into money? All them little shirts. See, a grown woman gonna ask you, are those dusty ass let's get to that shirts converting into money, Zippy? Are those bum ass mixtapes converting into money? That's what a grown woman gonna ask you. When you walk down on these little young girls, oh, I got mixtape CDs. Oh, I got shirts and hats. Oh, the young girls, they fall for it every time, man. These young 21, 22-year-old women, young ladies, they gonna fall for that every time. But a grown woman gonna ask you, is those dusty ass hats and shirts converting into money? Is that 800 people in your live chat converting into dollars? Is you getting $1 for each person in there? Do it make money? Oh, yeah, it don't add up. See, for a grown woman, the numbers don't add up, homie. You talking too much. A grown woman want to see you show something. A grown woman want to see actions. Young women don't understand that actions speak louder than words, Lil Darian. My 20-year-old niece wouldn't understand that actions speak louder than words because she's still a young lady, man, mentally. But a grown woman, yeah, is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, my G. You tapped into the real one. Oh, I seen a clip before I go out. I seen a clip. He said, "Oh, I made a lane. I'm clearing out." You see, you ain't did nothing with you dodging grown man business TV. You blocked grown man business TV. You did 1 or 2 videos about grown man business TV, and you made sure to go to the next. Yeah, you made sure to go right to the next. Yeah, now stop playing, boy. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody that's highly invested in the channel. Time and energy is the highest forms of currency. That's all I want is your time and your energy. Gang.